Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for tuning in to another video. I thought I'd do a quick review on this pump that I picked up. I did have a flat on the truck earlier, so I figured it's better safe than sorry. Maybe have a little pump in the truck in case you ever get a flat. Maybe it's not completely flat. You can pump it up still, and something not that's going to break the bank, but not too cheap either. So I picked this up from Canadian Tire. It's the motomaster. You can see mighty quiet inflator, they call it. Supposed to have 4-minute inflation time and be quiet. That's why I write in the name. It's supposed to be quieter than your average pump. And it comes with the preset, so you can set the pressure that you want up to the PSI you want. When it gets there, it is supposed to shut off, so you don't really have to pay too much attention to what's going on. So this is good for cars, SUVs, bikes, bicycles, all that stuff. Up to 40% quieter. So I thought I'd give it a try, see exactly how she works out. Does have a little light on the front. Your hose is here, wrapped around the bottom. You just pull it and she unwinds like this. It's got about a 2-foot hose on there, so that'll be good. You don't have to have it tucked right up beside your car or truck, whatever you're using this on. And then as for the pump itself, you can see on the top here, it does have a little digital display with your buttons. We'll plug it in and I can show you guys that once it's plugged in. And then you have a bunch of different fittings plugged in here for different types of stuff that you're pumping up, because this isn't super heavy duty, so you can use it for your beach toys, kids toys, like I said, bike tires, all the way up to truck, SUV tires. It should be able to handle it. You come around the back side of this thing, you have your little trap door here, open it up, and that is where you get your cable to plug it in. You do need your plug inside your vehicle. It's not a 120. You do have to plug this into your car. So they give you tons here. It is zap strapped up still because I didn't use this yet, but it is strapped. So once that's undone, you'll have plenty of cable and able to get to the front and back of your truck or car or whatever you happen to be driving. So for now, I'll go and get her plugged in. We'll turn it on, see just how quiet it actually is and if it can pump up the tires on this truck. All right, so it's plugged in, power's on. You can see once you unwind that cable, you got plenty of cable, goes all the way in. The plug-in on this truck is actually on the passenger side, so it's got enough to reach all the way over there. So you'll have no issue if you're having trouble on the other side of your vehicle. And as for the hose, these are 18-inch rims, and it's got a nice big fat truck tire on there. And it is pretty much at its limit. This did end up at the top. So, if you're parked like me, you don't want to move your truck, it can reach up to the top. You should actually have it on the bottom, but I was too lazy to move it. And then as you can see, it does turn on. Got a nice bright light here. We're in the garage, so it might look kind of weird, but if you're out in the dark, that's a nice little touch. And then as for your buttons here, for your own safety, this first one is your kind of SOS. If you're on the side of the road and you're pumping this up, you can see it blinks red, just so nobody comes whipping up and crashes into you while you're trying to pump up your wheel. This one turns on just the LED light that I showed you, just like so, on and off, really easy. And then for the rest, we'll flip this around because it's actually the other way around. You can see right now, it's showing 34.3 PSI. These tires, according to the truck, want 35. So it's close, but just for demonstration purposes, we'll pump it up. So let's see how quiet this thing really is. For a little tire like that, it is fairly quiet. I don't really have to yell. Hopefully you guys can still hear on the video. Once it's turned on, it actually dropped. You can see it dropped back down to 33.3. It's pumping up fairly quickly. Not bad for such a small unit. And now once you got your tires up to the pressure that you like them, you just pop this off. It will squirt out a little bit of air, so you don't want to play around with this. You just want to open it up, get it off, keep the pressure that you just pumped up in there. You can just pop this up. You hear it pop a little bit, give it a yank, and that's good to go. You come back down here, you can see it's reading 0, and you see the little gauge here, possibly. Hopefully you guys can see that in the GoPro camera. That light kind of screws it up. But for your auto shut off, you can see if you push this up, 2, 3, 4, that's your PSI. So you can just keep going, put it as high as you need. Say you wanted, let's go 40. So we'll go up to 40. That will pump, it'll keep going. Once it hits 40, it'll shut off. Same thing, this is the other button. If you go too high, you can put it down and she goes right back down to 40 or whatever number you want, all the way down to 0, and it should shut itself off once you get to that point. So there you go, guys. Just a quick review on the pump here. It's the quietest pump I've probably ever owned, so that is a bonus. It does say 40% quieter, so that is a plus. Also, you can see it's nice and compact. It's not tiny. You'll be able to bump it around a little bit, not really have to worry about wrecking it. It's small enough that you can tuck it away in your truck somewhere or in your bed, whatever you have, in your trunk of your car, whatever you may be happening to drive. And as for pumping, you guys could see just how fast it pumped up. We did only go up a couple PSI, but it took less than a minute and pumped it up. Nice and quiet, works well. And the extra gauge on top is a bonus to show you exactly where you're at. Having said that, I don't always trust these things, the ones that come with a pre-built-in gauge, especially when it's a digital one. So I still recommend once you pump it up, either one, you could check the pressure monitor in your car. If you got a newer vehicle, it should be in there. Or two, just pick up a little actual gauge, pop it on your tire, see what you're actually at, because if this pumps it up too much, you can release a little bit. Maybe it's a little bit low and you need more. You can hook it back up, give it an extra little bit of air, and you'll be riding around on the pressure that you should be at on whatever vehicle you're driving. So hopefully this guy's helped you out. Go pick this thing up. It's at Canadian Tire. I got it on sale, was $57 plus tax. I think originally it's about $100. It was a little under 50% off. So anybody that knows Canadian Tire knows that their sales come and go all the time. So if you want something like this and it happens to not be on sale, just wait a few weeks. I'm sure it'll go back on sale again. And you can see nice rubber feet on the bottom. So when it's vibrating, you don't have to worry about walking away from you. Go pick it up. Nice and quiet, nice and simple, compact, built tough. It is plastic, but it can take a little bit of a beating. Comes in a nice box if you want to keep it in there, and pumps your tires up in seconds. So hopefully you guys like this video. Let me know if it helped you out. If you got any questions, drop a comment down below. Like and subscribe, and hopefully we catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching, everybody.